Hey, my name is Justin Taylor. I am the head coach, programs director, and owner of Firestorm Freerunning and Acrobatics here in Santa Ana, California.
See you on the other side. Stays live.
I did gymnastics. Gymnastics I still think is one of the best sports in the world. It trains you for all types of additional things that will allow you to progress in almost any sport you want to do. The reason I have fallen in love with parkour as an adult is because it takes all of the best tenets of gymnastics, but it also adds in the things that gymnastics is not good at. In gymnastics, you do the exact same thing every single day, again and again, on the exact same piece of equipment. So there is no style. There is no finding your own personal path, your own personal way. With parkour, there is this whole completely different mental aspect that gets added in that you don't have in something like gymnastics. And that's what really attracted me. It is the ability to adapt yourself to your surroundings. It is, for lack of a better term, it's problem solving. Parkour is just problem solving. Okay, I have myself this tool, like Swiss Army knife. I have all these different skill sets, things that I can do. I have these obstacles in front of me. How will I overcome them? And depending on what skills you've learned, depending on your height, your body weight, how you move, just your personality, there's a million different options in how to overcome that problem or that obstacle. The more you do it, the more it becomes a mental thing that seeps into everything else in your life. You start looking just like in parkour, well, maybe there's another way around that. Maybe if I merge these two things, that'll give me a better starting point to overcome this issue. So the really big thing for me with parkour is the fact that you can create your own style based upon your personality, your body type, and your strengths and weaknesses, but also the fact that you learn to adapt yourself to different situations. And those obstacles, those situations are always changing, so you're not just doing the same thing over and over again. You're always training yourself to become better and more adaptable to anything that happens to arise. And I personally think that as a human being, that is incredibly important. Being able to change your mind, look at things from different perspectives, it allows you not only to find other ways to overcome your obstacle, but also allows you to see things from other people's perspectives, put yourself in other people's shoes. Oh, somebody did that. I'd never thought of that. That's such a unique perspective. I should try this thing this way, and then it opens up a whole nother thing. It's just really cool. When I stopped doing gymnastics, I went into high diving, I did a few other things, but all of these sports require a dedicated training space. Gymnastics has very expensive, very specified equipment you will only find at a gymnastics gym. With parkour, it has literally turned the world into my playground. I've gotten to the point now where I can walk down the street and see this like weird little box, and I can find 200 different workouts to do on it. I can find, and not just like oh, I'm gonna work out and get strong, but like I can play on it, I can have fun, I can create all kinds of different flow moves. There's just an expansion of the way you view things and the possibilities. And parkour has really opened my eyes to there's not one right way to do anything. And because of gymnastics, I felt that way for a long time. I was like, this is the most superior method. It's been around for 2,000 years. This is the only way to do things. Since we get so many kids in with the big video game generation now, things like Assassin's Creed, all these different parkour games, you see it in the movies, it's become a cultural thing here now in the US after it's been in Europe for like 20 or 30 years. And all these people come in, especially these little kids that only play video games, watch stuff, don't do much sports, they come in, they think it's gonna be easy. And it is fun to watch their faces during just warm-ups with monkey crawls and things, and they all think they're gonna die. And it's the first time for a lot of them that they've ever actually been pushed, that they have had to push themselves further than they have before, physically, mentally, learning new skills, overcoming these obstacles. And it's just really awesome to watch people kind of learn how to overcome adversity. And parkour really opened my eyes that everybody is unique. Everybody has their own path. My goal is to set them up with a strong foundation and allow them to find kind of their own way from there and be a guide who goes, okay, this is looking really cool. you know, just for safety's sake, let's make some little changes here. You know, let's do this little change here because you know it's going to give you a little more power and stuff. But since everyone's unique, everyone can kind of do their own thing and find it works best for them. The other really cool thing was because of parkour, it moved me into free running. It moved me into meeting break dancers and trickers and circ people, and just it got me into tramp wall because I went to training parkour with these guys and met Coach TK, who's one of our coaches here. Dude's 31, he can do a triple backflip. What's up with that? It's crazy, right? So you meet all these different people, and since everyone has different skill sets and different backgrounds, you can never get bored. It's like unlimited games. Every time that you think you're like, I am the best there is at something, I am awesome, there's nothing more to learn, and then somebody walks in, they have a totally different way of doing things, and you're like, holy crap, I never thought of these things. And so it's allowed me to realize that there's so much more to movement and play than just the very strict, narrow view I had growing up. And that's why I think now we have 11 different programs for classes outside of just parkour that we have here, because there's just, everyone wants something different. Everyone has something that they become passionate about. And that's one of the biggest goals is when people come in, I want them to, I don't want to be like, hey, we do parkour, you got to do parkour. But some people come in and they get on the aerial silks and they are just having the time of their life. Man, when people get on wall tramp, they just never want to leave. They just want to play on wall tramp all day. It's one of my personal favorites. I get it. But the goal that has happened due to being put into the world of parkour is I just realized everyone's unique. Everyone can do their own thing. You just got to find what you're passionate about. There's no one right way to do anything.
I shaved like 3 days ago.